Hey everybody, welcome to the Eastern Front, and today we're looking at a little card game called Cockroach Poker. This has been in my collection for quite a while now. It was introduced to me at my Bunker Gaming group. I think Pink Panzer originally bought it. If not, it was Young Grasshopper, but I think it was Pink Panzer. Either way, this game is kind of it's like a not really poker game, but it's called Cockroach Poker, but it's not in the sense that you get tricks like you do in Texas Hold'em or whichever, trying to win the game with the best trick. This is almost like a guessing game or bluffing game is where the poker piece of it comes in. There are seven insects or creatures, I guess, in this game. There's the stink bug, the scorpion, the rat, the cockroach itself. A little bit of glare on that one. There's a bat, glare again, sorry, a fly, and a frog. One of the possible issues with the game is I'm going to put this over here. The frog and the stink bug are both green. The frog is a bit of a darker pastel kind of green. The stink bug is more of a bright green color. However, for sometimes for beginners with this game, they can be a little bit confusing. They're so close in color. So it would be nice maybe if somehow they maybe had a different creature than the frog or the stink bug and made it a little easier to differentiate the two. The artwork is quite different from them, but in the many times that we've played this, I don't know exactly how many times it's been played, but in the number of times that we've played this, it has been a little bit of a problem for some people knowing the difference between those creatures and so on. Another issue potentially is sometimes, I'm just going to move another card around here, is the bat and the rat. Sometimes those two also can be a bit of an issue where when someone says bat or rat, if you don't enunciate very well the R or the B, there can be some confusion there of what the person said, if they said rat or if they said bat. Now, of course, there could be some people just saying that after they got something wrong and they don't want to lose, so they're saying that. Who knows? But I think it is true confusion sometimes of what the person actually said, bat or rat. So couple little issues that way with it. So again, maybe it'd be nice to have a different creature than the bat or a different creature than the rat in the deck so that that confusion doesn't exist. However, those are some small details. While playing the game, what you do is you would have, like, you deal out the whole deck. You first of all take, it's 6 or 7 cards are taken and put in the middle, and the top one's flipped over on top. Then you divide the rest of the deck up between everyone. Sometimes a few people get a couple extra cards, so if you're dealing to 4 players and there's 2 extra cards after everyone gets the same number, you could take those 2 out and put them on the bottom of this deck if you want. We usually just keep dealing until we're out of cards, so it's maybe a slight advantage those have the extra cards, but it's not that significant typically. Then with these cards, say these would all be in my hand, and I would take one of these cards and say the scorpion here, I'd take it from my hand because no one should be able to see my cards, but I have, and I would throw it face down the table and I'd pass it to one of my opponents, say Pink Panzer, and I'd say that it's a scorpion, which it truly is, as you saw, or I could say it's any one of the other creatures. I could say it's a rat, a cockroach, whatever. So I could say, Pink Panzer, this is a cockroach. Pink Panzer then has a choice. I guess 3 choices. He can say true, flip it over and see if he's right, or he can say false, turn it over and see if he's right. His third option is to say, I pass, and pass to someone else. Once you pass, you can take a look at the card. So we'll just say this was Pink Panzer now. He decides he's going to pass, takes a look, and says, you know what? It truly is a scorpion, and passed on to Young Grasshopper. Or he can sit there and say, no, that's not a scorpion. It's actually a frog, but Young Grasshopper, that's yours to decide now. Pink Panzer has the same option, and he may pass it off to the other side over here to Jerry the Jerry, who's our 4th player. And Jerry the Jerry now has to decide. He does not have the 3 choices. He only has 2 choices, true or false. Flip it over and see what happens. Because we've all had the card now, you can't pass it back to anyone else. Obviously, I would know I'd get the answer right. So the last player that gets the card, if it gets passed around, everyone must make a decision. Once whoever does that says, okay, you know what, true, it is a scorpion, flips it over, it is a scorpion, it goes back to the player that passed it to you. whether it's the original player or someone that secondarily passed to you, then that person keeps that card in front of them. So you don't want these cards in front of you, because in the end, if you get 4 scorpions in front of you, you've lost the game. The game's over. There's not a winner in this game. There's the loser kind of thing. So we usually play quite a few rounds. I have 7 or so games of this logged on Board Game Geek, but we've played this a lot more than 7 times. It's only 7 times since I've started logging games that we've played this, and it hasn't hit the table as much recently. This has literally probably hit the table dozens of times before we started logging games. Finally, there's a few cards here that have a crown on them. So there's, I don't know exactly, say there's 7 or 8 bats in the deck, 7 or 8 scorpions in the deck, and so on. And this one does not have a crown, but I pulled out 2 earlier that have crowns, just so you can see. There's a rat that has a crown, and then also be several rats without crowns. Again, there's 7 or 8 cards in each deck. So with these cards, you can, this is Cockroach Poker Royal, by the way. There is a Cockroach Poker that doesn't have these royals. So you can also pass a card to someone and say, that's a royal, or it's a royal rat, or whatever you want to say, and the person got to say true or false again, or pass it, whatever, same rules. The only difference is if someone gets, whoever ends up with this card, or that card, or whatever other royal card, has to take the card in the middle here as well. So if I get it wrong, I have to keep this rat. I also have to take this card and flip the next one over to see what that is. So it's another rat now. So if later I end up getting this bat, I put it like this. Now I got to take this rat as well. It'd go with that one there, making 2. This would be in the middle, mind you. I'd flip that over, so now it's a stink bug. So now I have 4 cards in front of me. 2 are the same as rats. So again, once I get the 4th one here, I lose. Game's over. We restart or finish the day, whatever. Anyways, it's a really cool card game. It hits a lot of people's palate. It was a big hit in my Axe and Allies wargaming group. I brought it home to my hometown gaming group to try with my brother and his group, and they loved it. I kind of expected they would, because they are more of a card gaming group than a board gaming group, although they do love their board games, don't get me wrong, but they are primarily a card gaming group, so I knew they would like it. My parents actually like it. They actually want to buy a copy, so that they have one. So quite the range. Oh, my daughters love the game. They're now 15 and 14 age range kind of thing. But they've been playing this game with me since they've been 10 and 9, around that age range, maybe 11 and 10. But it's been in our wheelhouse for quite a while now. And I've had times where we had a party and people were playing dominoes. They were drinking and having a lot of fun. A lot of slamming the dominoes down and just some hardcore dominoes gaming. Brought this out. One of the gentlemen's like, no, I'm not going to play a silly game today. I'm not going to play that. And I played it. Eventually, the rest of the gang like, oh, sit down and play, sit down and play. He sat down and played, and he was laughing so hard. I think he fell off his chair at one point, laughing so hard when he was originally refusing to play this silly game kind of thing. So it hits all kinds of people. Like I said, my parents who are seniors love it. My kids at the time who were quite young, as far as gaming goes, love it. Wargaming group loves it. Card gamers love it. People who aren't even really out to play games, it was a birthday party for someone. There was drinking going on. Dominoes hit the table as usual. And these hardcore domino folks just loved it as much as everyone else that I've ever played the game with. So again, hits the palate of a lot of different types of gamers and non-gamers. So if you have a gaming collection of any kind and you want a kind of a fun game to play, it's a great filler game as well in between other games. Or if you're playing a game like Axe and Allies, takes a long time, maybe ends a bit early one night, a great game to play at the end when you still have a bit of time before people have to start going home. Great game for many reasons. So Cockroach Poker, highly recommended. And I thought I'd do a little video about it just because my parents enjoyed it so much that they were asking where they can buy it. I didn't look up the price of how much this is, but I'm gonna guess, I should say, that it'd be about $12 to $17 range at a gaming store brand new. I don't know if it's at Walmart. I think I've seen it at Walmart. I actually saw it at a dollar store called Five and Below, which is a U.S. chain. I'm in Canada, but it's a U.S. chain. I saw it at that store, so it may be at Walmart by now. So you might be able to get a little bit less at Walmart. But it's pretty mainstream these days. Gaming stores would pretty much absolutely have this for about the $15 range in Canadian dollars anyways. Easy to get, not a lot of money, but a lot of fun. You get your money's worth for sure to this game. Highly recommended. It's in our top 10. When I say top 10, I'm going to throw dozens and dozens and dozens of games in there. So top 10 to me just means it's one of our best games that hits table a lot. And also a lot of different types of people that are here gaming with us enjoy this. Well, I hope you like this video, and if you haven't tried Cockroach Poker before, maybe this makes you feel like, yeah, I should go out and get this and try it. Hope that you do, and I hope that it meets your expectations based on what I'm telling you from it, and you get to enjoy it. Thank you.